My name is Shingirai Taodzera, and I'm assistant professor in the Department of African American and African Studies here at UC Davis.
My name is Zinzi Clemmons. I'm an assistant professor of English.
My name is Ariana Valle, and I'm an assistant professor of sociology. My research spans the areas of migration, race and ethnicity, and political sociology, with a focus on the experiences of Latinx communities in the U.S.
I'm originally from Zimbabwe, and my research looks at the political economy of extractive natural resource industries in East and Southern Africa. So I look at how the configurations of political power influence how oil and mineral industries are governed, and by extension, how those political dynamics influence human livelihoods.
I am a novelist and a writer of nonfiction. My first book was a novel entitled What We Lose. It is an experimental exploration of grief, illness, motherhood, and immigration.
So broadly, I'm interested in understanding how different Latino communities experience migration, the conditions that shape their social, racial, and political location in the U.S., and how they transform their local context through collective and individual acts of agency.
I'm currently working on a couple of research projects. The first one is a comparative analysis of indigenous kingdoms' access to natural resource industries in Uganda and South Africa. The second one is also another comparative analysis of what the concept of resource nationalism in Tanzania's gold sector and Uganda's oil sector. So in this case, the project looks at how governments' efforts to control more and more revenues from these resource industries have occurred, and if that is translated to positive human livelihood outcomes.
My second book is a collection of essays entitled Freedom. The essays range from memoir to investigative journalism, and I am interested in exploring issues such as race, class, gender, and social inequities.
My current book project is really interesting because it returns the sociological lens to Puerto Ricans, which is a group that was historically a part of the U.S., but has largely been ignored in sociological literature more recently.
I'm also in the process of working on turning my dissertation into my first monograph. This is based on the project that I did in Uganda, which looked at how the discovery of oil and the emergence of the oil industry for the first time altered political dynamics between the government and the Bunyoro Kingdom, which is located in the area where the oil resources are located, and if the political dynamics that have emerged have translated or they have not translated to positive development outcomes, particularly for the Bunyoro people.
So I examined their migration to Florida, which is now their top stateside destination. And what I find through this work is that the intersection of coloniality, racialization, and citizenship has shaped Puerto Rican migration patterns and settlement experiences in the state, and also the types of relationships that they develop with other Florida Latinos. What's also very fascinating is that this intersection has now positioned Puerto Ricans to have a critical impact in Florida politics and Latino politics, with the potential to have national reverberations.
I'm really excited to be at Davis. I've been here for just over a year. And in the English department, I teach creative writing classes in fiction and nonfiction at both the undergraduate and graduate levels.
I'm tremendously privileged to have an opportunity to contribute to the mission and vision of UC Davis, particularly its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion through exposing our students to a multiplicity of intellectual perspectives, to life experiences, and different information that prepared them to be active and influential global citizens.